Home to Wyoming coming up tomorrow. Here we go with Peyton Hall. 165 pounds.
You know, in Missouri, he fell behind, gave up a couple takedowns in the first period, Hall did, and then came back methodically, kind of worked his way back and ends up winning the match, which I think is a good win for him, to be honest with you. He's been dominating people, and that be behind a little bit, to be behind on the road, hit the crowd behind the guy that your opponent that you're wrestling, and just being mentally tough and just going back and doing the things that you know you need to do and grinding out a win is really impressive from my perspective.
Overall, he has been dominant. You mentioned the challenge there on the road at Missouri against the wrestler that was in the top 10 in Cam Sneed. And Peyton won that one 10-8 in come from behind fashion. He's been dominant of late. Well, he's been dominant all year.
I agree with your point, Tony. You know, getting those wins like that where it's, you know, fighting tooth and nail for just a gritty W, like that's every round at NCAAs. You know what I mean? You're not going to go out and dominate your way through the tournament unless you're a once-in-a-generation wrestler. Like, you're going to have to go out and bleed and go out and have to fight tooth and nail to get a W at NCAAs, right? Like those matches like that.
I agree with you 100%, right? Unless you're Gable Stevenson, I just not a lot of that happening, right? So yeah, you're going to have to fight. Wow, man, that hurts me.
Yeah, there's the whistle. We've seen Peyton Hall kind of bent and contorted in different ways this year, and again another one.
I mean, he's really good at that. It's kind of like limp-legging it and getting around that corner there. But as you start to notice, when you get better, here's what happens. People don't necessarily wrestle you all the time, right? They try to stay away. They're not going to bang in there. They're going to hope that you make a little bit of a mistake, try to slow you down. And there's Hall on a good shot. See him trying to stuff his head, though, and he does a nice job of tries to roll through, and Hall kind of catches him there. Oh, there's his knee again. We're going to call that, but why is that not a...
Where are the points?
So there's no points there because he has his leg, but it's not the leg on that side. Looks like they're going to go to the corner and they're going to review that. You know, look, the only thing is if you give the takedown in the match before, then you set yourself up to have to sort of almost give the takedown there. So because of the way you're ruling that, he's on top of him all the way except for him having an arm around his leg, right? So
Peyton Hall getting a challenge tonight from Jack Thomsen, similar to what he saw at Missouri the last time out.
So it's hard to see here, but Hall's pretty much on top, and Thompson's got his leg and his ankle essentially on that side. But the way that Hall's able to contort himself, 3 points awarded.
All right, so Hall takes the 3-0 lead.
Right? Yeah, because that takedown. And you know what's amazing to me is our officiating crew has overruled themselves several times. They hardly ever do that.
Yeah, that one wasn't challenged. I mean,
no, that was them.
They took it upon themselves to get it right, which is what you're supposed to do, right? Yeah. Here's Hall working from the top, final seconds, keeping that right foot in, and he will ride out this first period with a 3-0 lead. Hall at 23-0, 7-0 against ranked opponents so far this year. And he's been dominant in dual meet competition. Average score of 15.5 to 3. Those have been the wins for Peyton Hall. And there's an escape point, very quick escape for a 4-0 lead.
This is a pretty physical match. The old way.
Swing and a miss.
Right. I think I felt like that almost every time I tried to shoot on Nate Carr when we were practicing when we were in school. Like, where'd he go?
Takedown and escape for Hall in the second period. Again, credit Jack Thomsen for hanging in here.
There he is on the leg again. Really looks at how well he does at really fighting around that corner. I mean that was a clinic right there. He gets in on the leg and doesn't stop and really just turns and drives that corner. It keeps going and keeps going until he gets the takedown.
Hall building up some ride time now after his second takedown.
Trying to get that bar arm in. He loves running that thing. He can get it. There's a warning for stalling against Thomsen.
Well, he's got it all right. Keeping that right foot in bounds.
If we're being honest, that's the smart move from Thomsen, to take the stalling and get yourself out of bounds than to try and keep defending that inbounds. That Peyton Hall armbar is not something to mess around with on the bottom.
Whistle comes with 6 seconds left in the second period.
I don't disagree with you. You have a good. You make a good point. It beats staring up at the lights of the Coliseum.
Hall will try to ride out the second as well. Not much time, not enough time to really accomplish anything there, but he's headed to the third with a 7-0 lead after the second
watch him
takedown.
just drive this corner and keep circling and keep driving. Shelving that leg and driving right through him again. I mean, man, that's impressive stuff.
Start in the third.
Started neutral, which makes sense to me. If you're Thomsen, why be on the bottom? Because you didn't have a good opportunity to look like you were going to get out. Oh, that was nice. The nice little misdirection. And again, doesn't stay there. Gets up and drives right through it. I mean, that's impressive.
Hall takes a look back at the scoreboard here, and now, well, there's a nice move. A quick whistle there by Thomsen. Again, that left knee contorted from Peyton Hall, but he jumps right back up.
I mean, this is a really nice shot because he did a little misdirection and gets that low single on that side. Woo. He starts doing that kind of stuff to people. That in addition to the single leg, he already shoots this one right here. This time Thomsen does a little better job of being able to stop him, but Hall fights through, pops him up in the air, and we're in a pretty similar position to where we were when we gave up that takedown, or got that takedown, and then, well, they stalemated it. 50 seconds left.
10-1 lead for Hall. Ride time point pretty much secured at this point.
Yeah, pretty close. But again, the thing that's been impressive to me, and he just keeps going and going and going, right? I mean, the intensity of the match, he is not stopping at all. He's not slowing down at all. He's continuing to look to score points. That's why he's ranked third now.
Right.
There's a warning for stalling.
There's a
then he
point.
does it again. Drives that corner. Keeps driving, shelves it. And then again, nice job for another 3-point takedown.
14-1. 15 seconds left. Going to let him up. Can he score again in the final 12 seconds right after it? Clock down to 10. Hall looking to get in. The time's going to expire here. Peyton Hall improves to 24-0. And he wins this one tonight over 18th ranked Jack Thomsen. 8-0 against ranked opponents for Peyton Hall. And the Mountaineers have victories at 125 and now 165 pounds. Peyton Hall wins it 15-2.
Again, man, that was an impressive job. I mean, just continuing to keep the pressure up, keep the energy up, keep the offense going, continue to try to score points. Nice job.
We'll let Peyton Hall catch his breath a little bit. And he's going to visit with Jared Wilson here in just a couple of moments. 15-7, that's the team score. And now Jarrett has unbeaten Peyton Hall.
Peyton Hall, yet another win to this 24-0 on the season. What are you enjoying most about this senior campaign?
Just being around the team. We have a great team culture, and it just makes it so much fun. These long trips, just being with these guys. And that's easily going to be the biggest thing I miss after this year.
Tough first period there. Kid comes out, gives you a little bit. You're able to pick up the pace and really pour on the scoring. How's it feel to be able to do that?
I think the kid's a strong guy. I mean, it's the same thing. Everybody is strong, has good attacks, good defense. It's just about wearing on guys and wrestling the full 7 minutes.
Thank you, Peyton. Kyle, back to you.
All right, thanks very much. With Peyton